Know about sardine, mackerel, bully beef, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making hot cross buns. So for today's ingredients, we have some all-purpose flour, 1 orange. I'm using a half a cup of fruits that I use for Christmas. Also about a half a cup of raisins, some brown sugar, allspice, nutmeg, cinnamon. I'm also going to be using some white sugar along with this recipe, milk, and of course yeast. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and get your warm milk. You can use water, but I'm using milk. To that, go ahead and add about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of sugar along with your pack of yeast. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and just stir this in and set it aside. That way your yeast is going to proof, so that way it'll be ready for you. Now once that is done, guys, you're going to have your raisin. And again, this is my version of how I make it, guys, so you can try it if you like it. If not, stick to your recipe. So to my raisins, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple tablespoons of white rum. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the entire juice of my orange into this. I'm also going to be using the zest of the orange, guys, so don't get rid of it. I already zested this off camera, so that's not going to be a problem. So you want to go ahead and just pop this into the microwave for about 40 seconds. What that's going to do is going to swell the raisin, and it's going to cause it to swell up and then be nice and soft. But now it's infused with rum and orange juice. So once you have that done, just go ahead and let's start adding our dry ingredients into our flour. So you just add all your spices and don't need to worry. I'm just going to go ahead and add everything in, and I will tell you guys the exact measurements in the description box below. So don't worry about that. So you add all your spices into your bowl, and then you want to go ahead and mix it. To this, I also add about a teaspoon of salt to help balance everything out, because there's a lot of alcohol and sugar and fruits and a whole lot of other stuff. So then you're going to go ahead and add your sugar. And once you have the sugar added to it, you want to go ahead and add your fruits at this point. I went ahead and mixed in the sugar and everything like that because I like to mix in all my ingredients. And at this point, you're just going to go ahead and start mixing this with your hand. If you have a stand mixer, go ahead and do so. I have a stand mixer, but I prefer to do it with hand. So once you have that mixed in, this is how your yeast is supposed to be looking, guys. It's supposed to froth at the top with a lot of bubbles. You know it's ready at that point. So go ahead and add that in and just mix it well. Once you're done, you're going to have a nice soft textured dough. You don't want this to be hella dry. So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and set this aside for about an hour or so until it has doubled in size or even tripled in size before you even go ahead and roll it out into your bun and place it into a warm place. All right, guys, so my dough has doubled. I mean, might not look it, but it has. A quick tip, guys, because normally when you set your yeast, you want to put it into a warm place. So what you can do is turn your oven on a very low heat. I put mine on 170 degrees to warm for a few minutes, and then I cut off the oven, and then I put my dough inside the oven, and I let it sit there, and it will rise even quicker than anything else. So just go ahead and roll it out. Use a little bit of flour so that way you can work it, not too much, and roll it out into your ball. So once I have mine rolled out, I like to use my kitchen scale, and I like to measure my dough out just to make sure that everything is even. About 15 ounces or so forth is what I'm looking for. So as close or on point of that. If you don't have a kitchen scale, guys, eyeball it. Do what you need to do. That's quite fine. But I'm just going to go ahead and measure my own out until I have about 15 ounces or so forth. And then I'll continue to roll each and every single bun. So there we go, 15.1. All right, so after rolling them out, you see they're even and nice. I went ahead and I put them into my baking tray. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and cover it again and let it sit for an additional 15 to 20 minutes before popping it into the oven, just to give it some time to rise again. All right, so after about 20 minutes, guys, I am ready to put it into the oven. And it's nice and looking cute. So what you're going to do is go ahead and make your slurry for your cross. And I have about a half a cup of flour. To that, I added about a quarter cup of milk. You can use water if you want to. If not, that's fine. And what you were looking for is kind of like a pancake-like texture. So something similar to that. Not too runny, just enough where you can actually pipe it. And then what you want to do is go ahead and put this into a piping bag so you can make your cross. Because I don't have any piping bag on hand today, I'm going to just go ahead and use a small Ziploc bag. You go ahead and place that Ziploc bag into a cup and just place your solution or syrup or pancake batter, whatever you want to call it, into that cup. And just to let you know, I added a teaspoon of sugar into that too, guys. So yeah, here I have a simple egg wash. What you want to do is just go ahead and take the egg wash and just quickly coat your buns with it. If you don't eat egg, because up until this point this is an eggless recipe, so if you don't eat egg, you can simply use just regular milk or almond milk or whatever you have on hand. So the egg wash is going to give it a nice golden shiny texture once it comes out. So once you have that, you want to just go ahead and run a line through it all the way across. And I tend to just run a straight line before making the cross on all. That way it's just easier to me. But if not, you can make your cross right away. Doesn't really matter. But just go ahead and run your line all the way through it, guys. And then just straight up make your cross as you go. And that's going to be about that. So at this point, what you want to do is just go ahead and add this into your oven at a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes or so. And then you should have some delicious buns. All right, and here's the final product, my cross bun. Don't worry about my cross. Some of my crosses didn't make it. I don't know what what happened, but guys, when I tell you this is moist, it's delicious. It's soft and nice. It has the fruits all around. So I do hope you guys try my recipe. If you like it, leave me a comment. If you guys make it differently, leave me a comment. Let me know how you make it. But until next time, stay blessed.